Dig, 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 dig.
Hey, I can totally dig it today because we got a special episode. We got our boy CDub with us tonight. How you doing, CDub?
What's up, guys? How y'all feeling with my guys, the Windy City Digits? You already know what time it is, guys.
So this is gonna be fun. Like, we had a good time on your show. Too bad Bobby couldn't be with us tonight, but we're glad you're here with us tonight. Everyone, there's Windy City Digits. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing a little pre-draft stuff here tonight, talking about the draft for the Bulls coming up next week. Just kind of going over, kind of where we think where the Bulls are, some players we think they might want to be picking up and stuff like that. But before we get into it, CDub, I want to give you a chance to kind of plug your channel here. So tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing and, a little bit plug for the channel.
Oh, thank that. I appreciate that, Carl. You can catch us on Shy Bulls Podcast. Shy Bulls Podcast. We made the change, guys. You can also catch us on Bears Central podcast as well. We teamed up with Hayes from Chicago Bulls Central. So we're trying to do some big things, trying to keep up with the Windy City Digits. That's what we're trying to do.
Nice, man. now, C-Dubs, you have a classic voice, man. You should have been a broadcaster. You've got an awesome voice, man.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. I ain't never heard that before, man. So, man, thank
Seriously,
you, man.
Dude, you should be like a DJ or something, man.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, you got any parties coming up? Go ahead and book.
All right, we will, man. We were talking to Mike from On The Go. We were talking about trying to get a meetup down in Chicago, all of us, and maybe doing
an episode together,
podcast, like maybe at Wiener Circle in their mustard room or something unique.
Oh man, that needs to happen, man. That's a great idea. Let's do it.
Yeah, we could do that. So listen, one of the things I love about CDub is like he's a little bit old school like me and Vic. Like we're going way back, even past the Jordan era, right? Like that's kind of how far all three of us go back. So
Gene
like
Banks.
Yeah. Right?
Yes. So
like, look, we think the Bulls are in a good position, right? I mean, like the season didn't end the way we wanted it to. But being at least we're not in the lottery. The good sign is that we're not in the lottery. We're kind of at the 18 spot. So the two digits we're going to focus on tonight are 1 and 18. One, let's go over that first. So CDub, I'll start with you. Like, who's the one player out there in the draft you think we could get that can make some kind of immediate impact for us?
Oh man, that's a great question, guys. And I want to preface my statement like there's a lot. I think maybe 4 or 5 players that come in and make a significant role with the Chicago Bulls next season. But I dwindle it down to one, and I gotta go with that guy Walker Kessler from the Auburn Tigers. This guy is 6'10". He could come in and he's going to play defense because I think that we need a big to play defense when Vooch comes off the floor. I know everybody wants to trade him and get rid of him, but I think, but Kessler, I think he'll come in and make an immediate impact. His blocking is elite at a college level. He's already at an elite level with defense. Just go and check him out. If anybody have any doubts, go and check out this kid, Walker Kessler.
Listen, man, I love it. You brought the heat right from the start, man. Look, I'm going to follow up on that before I get to Vic. Like, do you think it's a good idea, like, if we to trade Vooch or to hang on to him? Like, do you think he still provides value for us?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely went through my ups and downs with Vooch last year. I'm sure everybody did. Everybody did with Vooch. But he's a very good player. Everybody has their positive and negatives.
Right.
It's just a shame that his negatives show out so glaringly. He can't move. He's really stiff on defense out there. What can we say? He tries his hardest, but he just can't do it. But I just love his offense. You just can't find that offense from that big of a player anywhere in this NBA. Like that.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, we talked about this with Mike. He's a walking double-double.
Oh, yeah.
Like every night, that's a double-double you're going to get from Vooch. So I know, Vic, we talked a little bit last night, but what do you think about what CDub said about
so share what I just added, Carl.
All right.
So I was ready, not necessarily for you to bring out Walker Kessler, but I was ready to see the top. This is according to CBS Sportsline. These are their top picks for centers. So I actually had Mark Williams, based on some other things ahead of him, but I like EJ Liddell.
Yes.
But similar thought, man. I think, another big body behind Patrick Williams. Like, I think we need a body behind P-Dubs, and I also think we need a true backup center like Kessler. So I don't think you could go wrong with whether you get Kessler or Williams. Who's got the bigger upside? So C-Dubs, when you see those names, Williams and Kessler, what did you see more about Kessler than you did maybe by Mark Williams?
When I looked at Kessler, and we did do both of these guys. We did scout both of these guys. If you want to say, we're not really in, what I'm saying, we're not experts or anything. But when I look at Kessler, it's just different. His fundamentals are sound. When he's out there in defense, it looks like he's never out of place. He's not going for the showboat block. He keeps the ball in play when he blocks the ball.
Yeah.
That's like goes back to Bill Russell for you.
Yeah, that's old school, right?
You know what I'm saying? So, and this guy, Mark Williams, he's outstanding. A little bit of popcorn, he's going to show off a little bit. He's very athletic, very long player. I'll take either one of them, but I think the best player suited for the Chicago Bulls will be Walker Kessler.
I think Walker Kessler actually has a decent outside shot too for someone his height. From what I saw when I was looking at some of his highlight film. So Carl, what do you think? Because Carl's got a different perspective in terms of like who he thinks we should get.
I think we definitely need help on the front court, right? That's where we need to be. Like, we definitely need help on the front line, right? The only thing that concerns me a little bit is, like, the good thing is, like, he's coming from Auburn, right? That's a winning program, so he knows how to win. That's a big deal, right? But the only thing that kind of makes me a little bit leery is the fact that he's a sophomore, right? Like, he's not as seasoned as some of these other players, like the juniors and seniors who played a little bit longer. It's not to say he's not a good player, but, we talked about this a little bit last night. Like, do you think we're in a position to really draft, like, someone that is a project, right? In other words, like, someone we're going to need a year or two to develop, like a Patrick Williams and like an Io, like we needed to give them some time to develop, or do you think we need someone like who's a senior who can, or someone like is going to be an impact player right away, a guy that's not going to have any problems, is going to be able to adjust right away and just kind of step in and help out?
I'm going to say I really don't go off seniority if you're a junior or a senior. It's really off, can you play the game of basketball?
Yeah.
Luka Doncic, he was 15 years old. He could play the game of basketball.
Right,
He
was
better than the players older than him. I would say that I don't think Walker Kessler would be a project per se. I think our project is Simonovic. That's a project that we have. I don't think Ayo is like a project. I think Ayo we're just grooming him to get better as a basketball player. Walker Kessler will come in the NBA and he will get significant minutes just off his defensive prowess. Think of a Jimmy Butler. He came in the NBA. He's going to get minutes because he plays defense. Ayo, he played defense, so he's going to get minutes. Yeah. So when he gets those minutes, he's going to go out and he's going to be able to show what he can do on that basketball court. And like I said, he has elite defensive ability right now.
He can move his feet, man.
Yes.
And he's got a huge wingspan. I definitely saw that. So it's like, and you know what? I'm going to go back to what you said about Vooch too. The Bulls would have to be, I think, stupid, honestly, to trade Vooch right now without some kind of significant return in a big guy that can shoot like he can and rebound like he can.
Yeah, because that's a double-double every night.
So, hey, Carl, I put in here the shooting guards because Carl's about the shooting guards, C-Dubs.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the one guy I thought that maybe might be able to make an impact to us is Jalen Williams from Santa Clara. Right?
I love him.
Like, I think that guy's got some good game. But, the only thing is we are kind of guard heavy.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like
dude.
we definitely have a lot of guards,
dude.
Right? So
yeah, we knew that.
So here's the question. I got CDub kind of throw a curveball at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you think if the Bulls decided to package 18 and Kobe White for a trade for, let's say for an established player, let's say not to move up per se, but like if they were to trade that to get, you know, some kind of established player out there that could be fit in at a 4 or a 5. You know, what do you think about that idea about possibly packaging that trade or you know, trading out of the draft altogether?
I think it's a great idea if we can get what we actually want. I don't want to settle. So if you go and trade Kobe White, I expect a player like Mitchell Robinson, which I think will be a great cog, as me and my nephew say on the Shop Bulls podcast. A great cog in the Bulls system next year.
Because he does not want Rudy.
No, Rudy. Oh, no way. Please. No way. It's somebody to clog the lane. It's like clogging the toilet every game, man. It's just headaches every game. I just can't deal with it.
You had some rough dude after you about your Rudy Gobert.
Oh, yeah, man. I don't know why. I mean, everybody entitled to their opinion, but this is a different NBA. I don't think you could. He's $30 million for Rudy Gobert in this NBA.
What are you giving up?
Man, dude, that's a lot. That's a lot of your money going into something that's really doesn't fit in this time, baby.
I would just love Mitchell Robinson, man.
Yes.
Look, if you look at the finals now between the Warriors and the Celtics, like Warriors really don't have a true center.
Right. And Al Horford was never a center. I don't know why the announcers keep calling him a center. When he was with the Atlanta Hawks, he was a little power forward. He was down low. You know, he played a little center, but I don't look at him like a center. I think like an old school power forward. Yeah. That's what he is.
Yeah, man. He's like Charles Oakley.
Yeah, exactly. With a 3-point shot. Better shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's what we were talking about. Yeah. So the other thing we were talking about, and we kind of asked people to come on the show here, is like, if there's one free agent out there, like any free agent, like you think we could get that could plug in and the guy you want, right? For me, it's Jalen Brunson. Like, I think if we could get Jalen Brunson, he plays defense, he can score. Like, yeah, we're guard heavy, right? But if we could get, if whatever the case, like we get Jalen Brunson, that's my guy. Like, do you have a guy out there that you can think of, like, he come in right away? And, like, if you could write the checkbook, who's the guy you want?
Oh, here we go, guy. Oh, and please don't call me a homer. But this needs to happen. Absolutely needs to happen. It's the perfect time. We got a Chicago kid on the team already. He can learn from this guy. The guy's not washed up, and I guess you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Derrick Rose.
Rose.
Bring Derrick Rose back.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, he's not gonna be Kobe White in the playoffs. He's gonna score in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He plays his best in the playoffs, and he's a great mentor. Look what he did for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Look what he did for Andrew Wiggins. Look at Andrew Wiggins in the NBA Finals. Come on, guys. No. Look what he did to the big guy, Cat up in Minnesota.
Yeah, Karl Anthony
Towns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's time. And he needs to end his career in Chicago. That's like one of my hopes, and I think that can happen this year.
I know. I wanted him last.
Me too. Yeah. Me too, dude.
Yeah, that's a great.
I thought it was perfect. We needed a backup point G.
Listen, that's a great pick, right? I mean, that's the one guy I think we should, you know, at least try to pursue, if nothing else. Just, like you said, just from the mentor aspect.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and he won't fade away in the playoffs. He's a competitor. He's gonna go out there and give you all you got in the playoffs. Because we don't want to go just to the first round next week. We going next week. We trying to at least get to the second round next week.
Yeah. And next year, if you don't think Derrick Rose doesn't want a second chance to bring a championship back to his hometown,
come on, dude. That'd be the greatest story in the NBA. Come on,
now.
Oh, that would be pie in the sky, man. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I didn't even think about that again this year, but that would be phenomenal, man.
Phenomenal, dude. Yeah. You know how much in love this city will be going crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But I thought I thought if the Bulls could have done it, they would have done it last year. I don't know if I have faith that they would get that done. But you did say pie in the sky, man. That's like that'd be your wish.
Yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a guard, like a nice shooting guard, but I'm trying to see who else is out there in terms of that. Someone mentioned TJ Warren. Also another guy that was on the Bulls that was really solid with them was Thaddeus Young, Thagic. There's some good guys that because I don't know what they're gonna be able to afford.
Yeah,
I guess so. Like, I want them to shore up the areas, man, where they need it the most. So, center, power forward, and a guy that can be a consistent 3-point shooter, man. Those are my 3 wishes.
Yeah, and my first overall wish is let's just get Zach LaVine signed.
Yeah.
Amen, bro.
And then I want to throw some hyperbole, and I really don't want to say this, but I'm gonna have to say this just in case. Plan B. You always gotta be ready. Maybe Zach, he want to go to California. Maybe he want to go Miami. I'm going to knock on wood. I knocked on wood.
Yeah. All right, man.
Donovan Mitchell is the plan B, baby.
Plan B would be nice. I'd take Donovan Mitchell.
But
what about the 3-way trade that was rumored back a couple months between Lakers, Knicks, and Bulls? Bulls would get who got out of here?
It was like Mitchell Robinson and like one of the guards, Fournier, I think it was the
Fournier. Knicks would get Westbrook, 2 picks, and then Zach would go to LA.
It's all right. We get Mitchell. Oh no, I don't like that. I just no. That was trash. I heard that back in the day, and they gave us Fournier.
Yeah,
please.
It might have been Julius Randle, actually, Carl.
Julius Randle. You're right.
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse, right? Dude. Yeah, he can't get any better. I think he topped out in his talent. Unless he learns how to dribble right. We've been saying it for the last 3 years. He still hasn't learned to dribble to his right.
Push him to the right, man.
And it's over.
It is over. All right, so the last question I'm going to ask you tonight, CDub, is how many players do you think we are away from really kind of capturing the Eastern Conference? Like, are we, let's assume Zach resigns, right? Vooch doesn't get traded, right? Kobe stays on the team, right? You keep the same guys that you have, free agents move on, whatever the case is. Like, do you think we're that close? Like, do you think we're a player away? Maybe we're still like maybe 2 years away. Like, we still need, maybe one player this year, maybe another player next year. Like, how many players do you really think we're away?
Okay. That's a great question, Carl. Me personally, I think we 3 players away. But listen to me. We have one player already on our roster, and that is Lonzo Ball. Yeah. We didn't have him for a big amount of games in the NBA season. So that'll take away one thing. We needed a point guard. We didn't have a point guard in the playoffs, and it was very glaring. The second thing we need a defensive-minded, paint finishing, paint protecting, old school big. Yeah. I don't care if he's a power forward. I don't care if he's a center. Yeah. 16 and up, help us win in the defensive department. And 3, we need us a knockdown shooter out there.
Yeah, for sure.
We need us a knockdown shooter. I don't care if it's Duncan Robinson. I don't know what he did to the Miami Heat to make them mad like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got to find us a great knockdown shooter because they daring us to shoot the ball. And Javonte Green just missing so many 3. I love Javonte Green.
I love him too, man.
But
Javonte.
He gets so many open threes, man. He's going to hit 1 out of 7 each game. But
yeah.
It's just hard. But without that, we're still a great team.
Yeah.
But with those teams, we'll be in competition for the best team in the East.
What do you think, Vic? How many players do you think we're away?
3, same.
Yeah.
I still think it's 3, even with Lonzo, though, for some reason. I still think we need it. But more are backups than anything. But our guys got to be healthy. If they're not healthy, C-Dubs is absolutely right. I mean, Lonzo was a glaring hole. And once he was gone, our perimeter defense stunk. And then then our defense down low was, porous. They couldn't keep anybody from the rim. And that's what we're missing too. So you shore up both of those things. Kobe White, man, when he was hot for 2 months, he was hot for 2 months. And I remember Carl and some of us were talking about like, wow, we were thinking about, no, we don't want to trade him now, man. He's hot. And then he got cold for 2 months. He can't,
oh my God,
you can't rely on someone like that. That's inconsistent. So that's a big, big hole.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then you had Zach that was hurt, man, for a big portion.
Yeah, and hopefully, well, look, if we get Lonzo and Zach back, at the start of the season, and hopefully we're able to manage those guys. It wasn't their fault that they got injured. It was fluke injuries, right? But second one of those guys went down, like the whole thing just kind of collapsed.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's get Zach. He was injured in the first game of the season. What is it, left hand?
Yeah.
So he was pretty much hurt the whole 82 games plus the playoffs. So let's get a fresh Zach. I hear a lot of noise about Lonzo. His daddy say he gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So
did you give him a call? Did he call you? Dad's voice, man.
Yeah. So let's go, baby.
Dubs Lamar Ball.
Hey, listen, this was fun. CDub, I could listen to you all day.
Oh man,
I could literally listen to you all day.
Y'all the best, man. Come on,
seriously,
man.
I love you guys.
Oh, we love y'all back, man. Y'all the best, man. Whatever y'all need from us, we coming through. My nephew could do it. He visiting. He in the city now. He lives in South Carolina. He visited Chicago.
Yeah.
So he making his rounds. So he couldn't get on.
All good. Well, tell him we said hi. We definitely want to get him on sometime again soon. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. This was fun. We're gonna do this again sometime soon. Thanks for everyone tuning in the channel. Hit the like, subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, let us the button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace,
love,
and digits.
Yes, sir.